I help you?
Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot.
Yes.
Another thing. Great.
Yes.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. To the left of some croissants and juice bottles, the tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Saint Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that's...
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is, a rare case where that really is the full etymological history, as far as almost anyone knows, at least. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really...
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of these books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on it. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, shelves filled to the brim with crime novels. The plaque on the shelf reads, biographies of famous people.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence, yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to Innocentic, a very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder, preservatives, to treat and prevent sexually transmitted. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, archipelagos, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, perhaps they are gods. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of to the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, Huron. It's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the No, this is somewhere to... It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it. Still, it's detailed.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinaise is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinaise is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date from when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue.
The place does not look like a successful...
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinaise up. Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinaise, with directions to appropriately your finger moves through the various streets. across, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle. Light reflects off the thermal cup. The borscht may not look like much. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy. There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off, and the hair on your back rises like an arm. A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light.
From the void we came, and to the void. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alert. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring mountains of it. Heroic quantities of Hyundai. Roy's
sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is a thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side with N and S. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty.
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its... They got as far as the street lamps and that statue in the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Erascles' doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn.
Trying to sneak up on me. Come to...
Apparently, she doesn't like logic error. She is not...
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and the leather upholstery is worn and rough. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the door unlocks. There might be important information in the... As you hold the open door, you can feel... This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A little ring. Though cheerful, the image, there's something disdainful in the way the curves and it looks like the artist is celebrating diversity. But underneath, he's just making fun of these people. No one's telling you to like him. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out...
You could ask Everard who this person is. Once...
There must be another way into the building.
It's been a week and now they show
You
up?
see a young man on a balcony nursing a sick...
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
There won't be a next time. I really need to get going. Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he could be a witness. We shouldn't rule. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we've found a way in, we can ask around for his...
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. We'll just have to go in and see.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says it's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective. Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock...
After you, Detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. Razmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the walking stops abruptly, but no one comes. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is...
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get in.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literate.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine. Fine. Now, what do you...
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residents.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's...
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, police. No one lives there. It's been empty for... Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering. Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. The symbol of what now? Never heard of it.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into...
Ask away, police. Oh, that... I think he studied something to do with all those... The symbol of what now? Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital.
She mumbles some kind of...
Hey, up here, Piggo.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building is red from the cold. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. She had an eye for beauty. What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one, indeed. You hear someone walking around inside. Rearrange.
Excuse me.
Scare them. Suspected. You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not...
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely... It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner.
A sudden serious look crosses her face.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. Of course.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to...
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, well, I hope that...
Your statements are too vague to comment on. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances in all of human incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost. Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present, you may never live to see what rationality, what sang-froid. The kingdom is difficult to partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience it's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual. Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromise? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling. Those arches acted as support for something great. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers and their finger bones. A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute.
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on.
He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements, as it often does. The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the... What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is. That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea. The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so... Yeah? Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock. You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo. Ooh. Not only have you found my address...
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Does anyone in a city like this? Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets.
Shoot, piggy. It's what you do. Watch your back, ungulate.
Why does art inspire you so much? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's, in short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture, only the most experimental kind. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world. A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from...
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes, tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, while dull orange pearls hang from it. These are the kind eyes of the rich man within reason. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to type. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's...
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come... Surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one, not the first three. Those are ape speak.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
What you meant to say was,
Why, yes I am. The boat? No. It is called Cordelati. It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also happens my sloop. I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos. Why?
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a... It's for crossing long distances in a greater Ravachol.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of...
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. You have the guns and the ammo. Take this Clausen fiend down.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator?
Then what does that say? Does it say docking 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said...
Your synapses flesh.
Okay, it is anti-centennial. I assure you, they drove quite a hard I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, lightweight, interminably bourgeois boat. Officer, I assure you I'm...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Actually, you don't. It is a little-known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer...
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation governing human interaction. The one time this busted-up cabbage has something useful for your job, you just want to stare at some boat. Fine. Knock yourself out.
About the boat? Good. What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak...
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain. Saint-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Bright.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. And to think, there are years when the group books losses in the billions. Walpines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas. 200 centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? We built this district.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions, the plazas Meteor and Mosaic, even some of the... Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected, a company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union...
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago. After that...
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Let's say I was not making the kind of
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy. Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker a member of the board. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, about anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no... And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other it's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers...
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuates.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey. You. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets. Literally, oh yes, the mass of everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up? Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. No objections. It's mathematically Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. Okay then. Lied. Wow, you work hard. Oh yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. And you, a little, you make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the face. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shaken for shit and sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac? Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. Look, the immigrants are cool. The immigrants play cool music. Everyone likes them, especially the women. Don't hate on them. That's right, 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam covered. Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gossamer state. That is Revachol. You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. 98% of all your money. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody... What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. This guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy. It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta. No. When the blood and flesh call, there is no discard. Fascism, Bruta. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, yes, them. Women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is feminists? No.
Did you know you can forget thoughts? Go to your thought cabinet and forget all about feminism.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Bruta. There's a slow, painful growl. It is one of betrayal and...
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward.
Ingredients for what?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also...
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain...
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into this...
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
Her irises are light green, like the river.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company...
Uncovering the Union's secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently there's...
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up and...
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol, not the east across the...
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first...
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure... How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to...
With all due respect to these desert cacti, The contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Yes? Excellent. According to... It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of... You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Of course, Detective.
The RCM does not pick sides in this.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not... How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not...
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Of course, Detective. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? This reality?
Yes, reality is an experimental side case.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelter... I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before. As a teenager. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province. A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the Reeds are the real star of the show here. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the... Yes, we're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen...
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value and to humanity at large.
Revachol? Revachol is what you... the great kind. History, Detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile-Marat, depending on your creed. In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. By that I mean, conflicts. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like evening stars.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government in Cylindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the... This is one thought you need to complete.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a load.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Madame Messier will be here later too, and...
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. Surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one.
My. Well, that's garbage. You're a police officer. Of course. Of course, Detective.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping.